Hello, beautiful world. So guys, I have prepped, I have primed my face. I actually even did my eyebrows this time. It's something I usually do not do. So they're looking a little crazy. That's why it's not my normal routine. No hate on me. Now I'm gonna go into this Tati palette again. I'm just gonna open it up and let y'all really appreciate the colors. I mean, we have these very creamy mattes at the bottom, and as you go off, we have these very shimmers, and then these very bright metallics, and then these very sparkly glitters. I think they're gorgeous, but leave a comment on what color do you think is the most awesome. So as we dive into this palette, I want you to know that I'm not sponsored in any way. I'm pretty much a makeup enthusiast. I love makeup. All this came out of my own pocket, my own money. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe primer. It's translucent. I usually go in with a primer. It makes my pigments a lot more brighter. It makes them last longer. If you do not have a primer, you can actually use foundation or concealer in a pinch. It will do the job. It would help it stay. But I just like a primer because it doesn't crease. And you know, I go in with a very little bit of amount. And I just dab it onto my eyelid, and then I just smear it. I just make sure that my whole lid's covered all the way from the bottom to the top of the brow bone. You know, I really want my shadows to stay in place. So there's that. So as we begin, I'm going to Tati. I like to go in with a very light shade. I'm going to use the Morphe JS5 blending brush. I'm just going to dip into Aura at the very bottom, the matte one, and I'm going to lightly just pat that just to help brighten up my eye area. And it's just going to help blend the colors. Now for this very dramatic night look, I'm going to go in to the shade Suede. It's this camo soft taupey shade. I'm going to use it in the matte version, and I am really going to just focus it pretty much where my crease would be. I have hooded eyes, so I always usually blend out, but this is going to be my transition shade, which is just going to help me blend all my other colors very smoothly. They're just all going to melt into each other. So I like to lay that down. I've pretty much go very soft with my transition shades. So you can see where I laid them down. Now I just have to blend them out. So I'm going to go back in with that blending brush, and I am just going to blend using windshield wiper motions. Just make sure it's really diffused out. And then I'm going to start going into my darker colors. Now I'm going to go into the metallic black, which is called Memory. So I'm going the metallic shade. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that all onto my lid. And I will be using the mirror inside the palette just so I have something I can look at. And I will softly start layering this up until I get it to where I want. So this may take a little while. So now that I put that color down, I'm actually going to go into Memory again, but I'm going to go in with the matte shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that where I put that transition color. I'm going to go very softly into that crease area. Just lightly pat it. Just to darken it up. I'm going to layer this a few times till I get to where I want it to be with that intensity. Now I'm just gonna go into a makeup wipe and just clean this up a little bit, because I like to have a really sharp edge at the end of my makeup. You can do makeup wipes, makeup removers, anything like that, just to clean up where you want to clean it up. This is why I like to do my eyeshadow first, because it's easier to correct mistakes before you lay on foundation, which you're kind of stuck with. Just want to go in. And you can see how much sharper that line at the edge of the eyeshadow is. Now I'm going to dip into the mini Controversy palette. That was the Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star collab. I'll be leaving links to all these products down below. I want to go to the shade Simulation. It's this very metallic blue. And I'm just going to pop this into my inner corner. And I'm going to use my finger and just get it in there. So you can see that. Now I really think I can amp this look up a little bit more. So I'm gonna go back into the Tati palette. And I'm gonna go into Memory, but I'm gonna go into this glitter shade. I'm really just gonna pack that on the lid and create a big wow factor. I mean, why not go all out? So guys, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Nude. This is a 2-in-1 foundation. It's a foundation and a concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and say this is very full coverage. It says that it is lightweight, oil-free. It says it has a long wear. It even says it's water resistant, which is pretty good if this is going to stick through the rain. And let me hold it up so you can look at it. So this is what it looks like. I'll have to pull up my receipts to see how much this priced. I will be listing all these products down below. I'll even be listing the prices of these products. Since this says it's going to be probably medium to full coverage, I'm just going to go in with my finger and just layer it. I never want to go too heavy with something. I can always add more later, folks. So I'm going to start with a little drop like that. Let me get my mirror. So I'm just going to dab it in the center, because that's usually where I need the most coverage. And I'll just swipe and blend it out. I'm going to use the Jeffree Star JS1. It's like a very big, poofy foundation buffing brush. So I'm just going to sweep that out. I will say I don't like the scent of this makeup. To me, it smells like Deet's mosquito repellent. So much so that, you know, I wonder if this is going to ward off some mosquitoes. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about any mosquitoes with the way this foundation smells. But other than the smell and getting over that, it's laying down really pretty. I mean, that is covering up a lot with just that little bit. Of course, I can layer in. I will go in where I want to. I'm just going to buff that. And I might go in a second time. That may be a good idea. That may be a bad idea. Might be too much foundation, but already I'm just liking the way that it looks on that first initial go. So congrats to you, Milani. I'm already impressed at this first day. So let's go into this again. Put it where I need it. Dab, 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 dab. That's my routine. Just really make sure I get that all the way down to my jawline. I don't want to look like I'm wearing a mask, so I'm going to bring it down. They have a pretty big shade range with this foundation. So even if you're of a darker color, I think you will find your match in this foundation shade. So I really like that really large foundation shade range. Because, you know, makeup should be for everybody. Don't matter if you're light, if you're olive, or if you're dark. I mean, I'm really happy with that. I'm just gonna buff this out. Let you look at this again, just so you can see how it wears. I like it. I'm feeling cute. Okay, so let's see. What else are we going to dive in? I'm probably going to set this with a powder. I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun powder and translucent. The only thing I don't like about powders is they're so dusty it flies everywhere. But it says everything. Like, look at that. You can just see. Too much dust. Okay. So I usually like to powder around the forehead, the tip of the nose, the chin. Really where I tend to be most oily at is my forehead and nose. And I'll go a little bit down. I like to leave my cheeks a little bit undone because you're not matte everywhere. Your body naturally has shine. If you put powder everywhere, you're gonna look way too flat, way too lifeless. You can fix that in with a bronzer or a blush, but you know, no one's completely matte. Let's see, what am I gonna dip into next? I'm probably gonna dip into the highlighters. I'm gonna take a Jeffree Star JS4 highlighting brush. Now this Milani Stellar Lights in Rose Glow, I really like this. It really amps up a glow. It looks like wet skin. I'm going to show that off for y'all. So I'm just going to show this off on one side because I really like this palette. But this Milani Luxurious Lights in Duochrome Blue highlighter called Lola Pop Blues. I mean, maybe you can see that. It's nice, it's cute. It's got a lot of chunky glitter in it, so I'm not a fan of that, but it still looks kind of nice. If you're someone that doesn't like a lot of glitter on your cheeks, it may not be for you. If they don't bother you, do you. But I like this one a lot better. So I'm going to go into the rose gold color, which is right here. And I'm going to be putting these on the apple of my cheeks and probably my nose a little bit. I'm going to try to remember. So the Milani Stellar Lights, I'm going to be putting on this side. And then the Luxurious Lights, I am going to be putting on this side. So y'all can look and compare. So I'm going to go in with that. Tap that off. I'm going to do this right here on the cheek. I mean, it's very soft. This all layers up very beautifully in my opinion. Then I'm going to go into the Golden Quartz. And I want to put this like on my Cupid's bow, my bridge of my nose, my brow bone. So I'm going with that. And I'm just going to go down the bridge of my nose, as you can see there. Then on my lip. And then on my brow bone. And I'll layer that up. I mean, it looks pretty now, but I want it to show up on camera. So I'm going to go a little bit. There you go. So you see that bam? I mean, it really layers up pretty good. Then if you want to amp up the glow, you go into this pearl shade. This makes everything pop. It brings out everything. I love the white shade. It's like the brightest. So I'm going to pearl. I'm going to go right here and I'm just going to, see that? You can already see that on camera. And it just looks like your skin is wet. And I'm really, really impressed by that. I'm even going to put that on my nose. Keep this bow. Just let you look at that. And now I'm going to go in with the one I'm not the biggest fan of. Like I said, it's pretty. I'm just not into the big glitter. But It's a really fun, unusual color. So this can look cute under some nice lighting. Get that on my brush. Layer it. Hopefully this will show up on camera. It's not as bright, but I'll layer it until maybe it'll show up. Not sure if you can really see that. You can see it off camera, but it may not be showing as well. Let's see if I can get a mirror and let's see if I can see it popping up. So it's there. You can kind of see it on camera, but yeah, that's what this one looks like. So now I'm finally gonna go into the Milani blush. I'm really impressed with their blushes. This is Coral Cove, a very pretty coral place. It's very silky, it's very soft. And I like that you can build it up. You can take it to the intensity that you want it to be. Some blushes are so pigmented that you go in there and you're like, damn girl. But let's do this. And let me get me a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pop that onto my cheekbone. Alright, I think that's enough blush. Well, I said that, but now I'm putting more on, so obviously ignore me. Alright, I think, yeah, I like that. So like I said, it stays on very soft. I mean, this is cute. You could go bolder, but I like everything to be soft because I want all the attention to be right here. I want it right on the eyes. All this can be soft. I want everything drawn up to the eyes. This is the stage and center. So I'm going to take a NYX Suede lip pencil. These are kind of very creamy. It's called Soft Spoken. I'm going to hold this up. I really like this to keep the lipstick from feathering, and it also makes me have a really nice shape. So I'm going to this. So this is my lips that are lined. I'm going to go in with the matte Satin Milani lipstick in Fancy. It's like a very soft pink color. It's very runny for a lipstick. At first I kind of thought this was a lip gloss because it's so runny. But it does dry down. It dries down pretty matte. So I'm going to go in on my lips. As far as the pigment is there, I don't really think I have to go into it one too many times. We'll just let this dry down for a minute. Hopefully it'll take around 30 seconds or so. But once it dries down, it's pretty much matte. But this is the look. I think it's very fun and festive. You know, you want to go out and dance. I think this is a look. I'm really impressed with the Milani products. I mean, I wish I tried them sooner. I think they're highly affordable. They do not break the bank. I might be switching over to using these products a lot more often in my videos. I like them better than I like the, what's it called? The Laura Infallible foundation. It's nice, it's smooth, it's matte, but I'm really liking the way this looks on skin, and it's giving me the coverage I really want. So, you do you, Milani. I'm impressed. The only thing I didn't like was this. Tell me what you guys like. Leave some comments down below. Which Milani products would you use? You know, which ones did you like? Which ones you didn't like? Which ones you might reach for? Leave that comment down there. Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and, you know, just have a great day. Be safe during all this quarantine and love you guys. Mwah. Bye.